Hi everyone, my name is Paula Goudet. I study social responsibility and sustainability. And today I have the opportunity to talk to Roberta Goudet. She has been working at Camp for All for some time now, which is a nonprofit organization in Texas. So I'm gonna let her tell you what it is and what she does in that organization.
So thank you, Paula, for that introduction. As you mentioned, my name is Roberta Goudet, and I've been working for Camp for All for 6 years now as a program instructor. And basically, what Camp for All is a nonprofit barrier-free camp for children, adults, families who have special needs. So it's a year-long camp, and we either host them for a week, a weekend, and there's different organizations that come, whether that may be the Epilepsy Foundation, the ARC of Harris County, which is for Down syndrome and autism, and many more, cancer, etc. So yeah, I've been doing that for 6 years now, and basically what I do as a program instructor is just organize, plan activities. It's more camper oriented, but I also help a lot with the fundraising of the camp, which is something I am very fond of, and it's very challenging at times as well.
I imagine. And what are some of the main fundraising mechanisms and activities Camp for All does?
So we have a lot going on. Obviously, I think that we have your typical donation. So whether that may be an individual or a company, foundation, etc., we have those fundraising. So I could go online and donate to the camp. So we rely a lot on those donations, but also we partner with certain businesses, and if they're interested in having their name maybe on our t-shirt or somewhere on camp or on property, we do those. And then also a lot of events like charity gala events or certain auctions, and just really like pushing our social media as well so that people are aware of Camp for All. I know one of the things I did for fundraising was reach out to some influencers so that they donated or got their friends to donate, because that's really important, like getting people with high income to know what Camp for All is, and then using that high income or maybe spreading the word in order for us to get donations. So I think that's really important for us.
Great. Next question is, what do you think should be the activities and characteristics of fundraising?
That's a really good question. I think there's a lot of fundraising characteristics, like characteristics a fundraiser needs to have. I think first of all, the one I've realized works best is just a genuine like fundraiser. I feel like if you get too carried away, or if it doesn't feel authentic or true to what the mission of whatever nonprofit you're promoting or whatever it is, then I feel like your audience can tell that right away. I feel like we really keep our image really like authentic and genuine to what we are in our mission, and we don't like hide from anything. It's really upfront. So I think that's a great characteristic. Also, just being inclusive. I think having a fundraiser that's inclusive to everyone and doesn't, close anything off for anyone is super important. Like, as I mentioned, we are a barrier-free camp, so those are super important. Just like spreading the word to everyone. Obviously, you have your profile, but anyone can donate at the end of the day. So I think that's really important to really emphasize on those points. So those are 2 or 3 main characteristics of fundraisers that we look for, and that we try to like keep our fundraising to those 3 characteristics. So basically, just authenticity is super important for us.
Great. And last question would be, what are some of the challenges Camp for All faces when fundraising?
So recently, we haven't had many challenges. I know that one of our bigger challenges is obviously people thinking that we're just a summer camp. So obviously that like impedes in our growth sometimes, because they're like, when you think of camp, you think of summer, right? So we're actually a year-long camp. We host them all year. So having like that kind of stereotypical of campus only in the summer like really impedes our growth. But also I think one of the biggest challenges we faced was when COVID hit, because obviously camp is in person, and camp honestly only works in person because you're doing all the activities, you're meeting all the counselors, the campers and stuff. So when COVID hit, we completely had to move online. So that was a huge, like it took a huge toll on all of camp and the campers and the staff, etc. So that was a huge challenge. And even though it was hard, we had to change it all to online and make the best out of it. And then like a year and a half or 2 years later, we were finally up and running again after it kind of died down. So that was great news for us. And now we're growing and getting better than ever, which is really good for us as well.
That's great news. So thank you so much for taking some time to talk to me and explaining about Camp for All. I hope to get to know the place soon. I've heard great things about it. And thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. And for all those listening, take the time to donate to Camp for All. And if you ever have time, come volunteer for us.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.